Hey, what's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here. It is May 1st, 2018, 9:53 p.m. here on the West Coast. And taking a look at some earthquake data and also Old Faithful geyser there erupting in the background there with steam and smoke and water vapor going up into the cold air up there in Wyoming. Beautiful, beautiful shot, even though it is nighttime up there. Nonetheless, the Yellowstone National Park Service providing an excellent view still in the darkness. A lot of activity occurring around the globe. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it, including a lot of activity in the state of Hawaii, out here in the Pacific Ocean area, with a large swarm of earthquakes ranging up into the middle threes and including a 4.2 and many other two-pointers there at Kīlauea Volcano in the big island of Hawaii. And there's no doubt that there's definitely been some lava flow there at the volcano at the Kīlauea volcano. But we're going to take a little bit more look into this here real quick and see exactly what is causing that activity there. This here is the USGS. I'm going to go ahead and select 1 day magnitudes, all magnitudes there of the US, and we'll select a different view here. We'll go with the terrain map layer. That way we can see a little bit more of the geological location of these earthquakes. Now the red circles are indicative of more recent earthquakes, while the orange indicating some older earthquakes, but not necessarily too old. Now once again, these are 1 day magnitude earthquakes, so everything you see here is within 1 day. That's including 117 earthquakes, all centered around this specific volcano, which you'll see here in just a second. Let's see if I can jump this in here. Let's see if the USGS is going to issue or let you guys see the national park here. Okay, so we got the Kīlauea volcano over here, okay? It is off to the west a little bit, roughly by about 4 or 5 miles. A lot of the activity occurring over here just to the east, sporadic activity, and it's numerous. There's no doubt. There's definitely numerous activity, and ultimately, according to the seismologists and according to the professionals, this is all related, well, to the earthquake that's over here to the west. About, if you look at the scale, 246, or probably, well, I could range about 10 miles right there from this crater. Okay. Now the information I'm basing my own information off of is, of course, public news services, and it just kind of blows me away a little bit with the sporadic activity, not really confined within one area. That's kind of freaky in a way if you look at it, folks. Okay, this is actually the first time I'm looking at the 1 day magnitude earthquakes there, so I'm kind of taken by surprise at the multitude of earthquakes that are located well away from the Kīlauea volcano, which is over here. Of course, there's other volcanoes within the region. You got Hawaii volcanoes down there to the southwest here. But this is not very confined. It's sporadic, and it's spread out pretty far. That's kind of interesting there. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Hawaii News Now. This is a news article. Of course, this was, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a 2000. Check this out here, 2015 article. So you guys got to be very careful with the information that's out there on the internet, like I just did. I typed in Kīlauea active volcano right into Google, and it gave me an article there from 2015. So we got to be very careful what's being posted out here. Now this is very different than the activity 3 years ago, but it's kind of surprising in a way that they would post up an article like that from 3 years ago. But nonetheless, it's interesting activity. Let's go ahead and look at the satellite. Let's go to the satellite view. Take a look at the activity that's occurring around the ground. Of course, once again, you got the Kīlauea volcano over here. Oh, let me go back here a little bit. This is once again the satellite view. Kīlauea volcano over here. And it makes no sense that we're seeing a large multitude of earthquakes out there on the southeast part of this island sporadically. I mean, you got the volcano over here once again, right? And all these numerous earthquakes away from the area. That in itself is a little troublesome there. I'm gonna have to probably jump back here and find out what's going on in more detail a little bit later. Yeah, pretty interesting there, folks. Like I say, I thought most of the activity was occurring right here directly at the Kīlauea volcano, but that is not the case. That's really not the case. It's spread out activity there, and it ranges from a depth of, well, we got 5.2 kilometers there to 8.9. It's all over the place. 1.2, 2.5, a lot of shallow and deep, meaning like 8 kilometers. There's another 8. A lot of activity occurring there within that specific region there. Very, very interesting. I think we're seeing some type of maybe impending eruption. Hopefully not on a large scale, but we're definitely seeing a wide swath. This area right here where we're seeing all the earthquake activity covers, I mean, just look at the scale down here. 2 miles with this roughly about an inch. So we're looking at anywhere from around 10, 15 mile radius within this area right here, and no doubt something going on, and we'll definitely have to jump back to it, folks. Like I say, there were some misleading articles there on the Google website. When you type in that Kīlauea volcano, you got to be careful, because I ultimately fell for it, and you got to make sure you check out the dates when it comes to viewing articles like that on the web. California and Nevada map showing, well, still some activity occurring in Southern California. Nothing big, nothing major. It is calming down, it looks like, a tad bit, but nonetheless a lot of activity that occurred today off the Southern California coastline over there by San Clemente Island. You can see 3.7, 3.4, and 3.3 being the top minor magnitudes there. Also 2.8 in there as well, but it's hard to say if this is activity leading up to a bigger quake or if this is just some type of release in pressure. But we will have to stay tuned and see what's going on. A little bit of uptick in activity on the Cascadia Subduction Zone tremor detection system map. This here is the last 3 hours, which shows numerous activity up near Seattle. And take it back a little bit. Let's go back last 2 days, and most of the activity once again confined up to Seattle and northwestern Washington region. Now once again, this is not earthquake activity but tremor detection, meaning one plate sliding underneath the other. In this case, the Juan de Fuca plate and the North American plate over here to the east, with the subduction zone right here being picked up with the tremor, low frequency tremor detection systems there. But nothing out of the abnormal, nothing out of the normal right there. It's definitely an ongoing situation there. We did have a couple large earthquakes there. Did I miss the 7.0? Did that just come into the live stream? I'm not seeing it. But of course I do have my speakers here on mute because of the background music, but I am seeing a 7.0. Let's go back here and see if we can't find it. Okay. Let's use this map instead. Or are my eyes deceiving me? Okay. Okay. Where did that go? Am I... hold on a second there. Let me see what I'm drinking real quick. It happens to be a Budweiser Chelada. Now, I don't think there's anything special in there besides a little bit of Budweiser, a little bit of lime, and some Clamato juice. But I could have swore that I seen a 7.0 earthquake right in this region right here. In fact, I got a notification right now on my phone here from 4 minutes ago. 7.0 earthquake near the Mariana Islands. That's a preliminary earthquake, but I am not seeing it right now. It has disappeared from the world of earthquakes there on the Earthquake 3D globe. Let me go back here and see if we can't find out what's going on. I know we did have that 4.6 right there near the northern Mariana Islands, but I guarantee you a 4.6 would not trigger a 7.0 signature, so to speak. They would not send out a USGS would not send out a notification in regards to that. I'm not for sure what's going on there, folks. Some interesting activity. But taking a look at the live stream here, the around the globe here for the data, I'm not seeing a signature of a 7.0. Now 7.0 would definitely show up in the data here, but we're definitely not seeing it yet. So anyway, that was kind of puzzling, kind of weird. I will pass that off as a mistake, I guess. We'll just have to see exactly what's happening, I guess. Just kind of strange how that would happen. Anyway, caught me off guard there because I did see a 7.0, and like I said, prior to the live stream or prior to the update video, I did not see a 7.0. When I bounced back here, it was there, and then all of a sudden it wasn't there. And I don't think I'm crazy. I don't believe I was seeing things, but I have the proof right here on my phone that there was a 7.0 notification sent out from the USGS just about 7 minutes ago, and now it's not there. So anyway, folks, we'll go ahead and jump back here to the live stream itself, and we'll see exactly what's going on with that ghost earthquake, so to speak. It is kind of worrisome that something like that would happen, and Like I say, they do make mistakes out there, the USGS that is, but it's just kind of strange and all. Anyway, folks, we'll chat to you guys a little bit later. There was definitely, no doubt, a couple large wedge tornadoes in Kansas today that did some destruction out there to a couple small houses. No word on fatalities yet, but we'll definitely update you guys in regards to the that activity when it becomes available. But once again, stay safe out there, and yeah, we'll see what USGS decides to do with that 7.0 earthquake that they sent out. Like I say, I'm not seeing it once again on the live data scale over here on the left side of the screen. All right, folks, have a good night. We'll chat to you a little bit tomorrow.